you guys. I am doing the Would You Rather tag, and in case I forget to tag people, because I'm known to do that, I pretty much tag almost like anyone who wants to do this tag. It's a pretty fun tag, but specifically, I guess, you know, the usual Amber, Jade, I think, might actually have a lot of fun doing this tag. KB Productions has already done it. Who else? I don't think Them Jules has done it yet, so I don't know. Maybe her too. And Seven. So there's a few people that I tag, I guess. But this is mainly done in like 3 different parts for some reason. I have no clue why. Because they seem like pretty simple questions that I would just be able to like quickly go through. So I'm doing it in one video. So hopefully it's not a really long video because it's like 24 questions. And speaking of the questions, I will leave them down below in the description if you guys want to do this. And after each part, I will say, like, this is part this is part this, in case you guys do want to do, like, separate videos. So, yeah. I guess we can just begin. And I have Alex and Fee behind me, so. Number 1, would you rather have a girl doll... First question, I can't even speak English yet. Right now, whatever. Would you rather have a girl doll that dresses like a boy or a boy doll that dresses like a girl? A girl doll that just to me it really wouldn't matter. I mean, it's not like I would really pick one or the other. I would somehow probably create a character with either one of those situations. So I don't know, I guess just because I like the boy dolls, I would say boy doll that dresses like a girl. I have no clue. So yeah, that's kind of what I would do. Number 2, would you rather look like a real version of your BJD or date one? I would have to say I would love to look like one, because Alex looks pretty cool, in my opinion. So, I would love to look like Alex. Plus, I would have like the awesome little teeth, and his teeth go up, not down, and stuff like that. So, that would be cool. And I don't really have a doll that I would necessarily like exactly date, I guess. So that's why I choose that. So yeah, I choose like either Alex or I would be Skull Dude, because he still has no name. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the skeleton dude that I customized. So number 3, would you rather only get new dolls through trades or only have dolls with mostly fantasy parts? This one is another one that I'm just kind of like, I could go either situation, to be honest. I love doing trades, and I think that's kind of a cool concept that you could only get dolls through trading with other people. I think that's a really fun and cool concept. And obviously I'm a very fantasy-driven person, so really, fantasy parts would not bother me whatsoever. Like, Alex is half wolf. I do have characters that are like Kira's half dragon, and I do have other characters that are half other species, and then there's just like random stuff like that. So I could literally go either way. So yeah. Number 4, would you rather have a doll you've longed for but always thought was impossible to find, or buy with the rule that you cannot make a story for them but only dress them in modern clothes and snap pictures or not? I guess I would get the doll I longed for but always thought was impossible. I'm just too creative a person to go, okay, this is the doll that I it is this doll. This doll is this. I have no there's like no piece of me in there in a way, so like I would get really bored with it and I would never play with it or do anything with it. I would prefer to have something that I actually really want and I could do things with than a doll that I can't technically do anything with. I can't make a story for it. I can't dress it the way I want, and all those kinds of things. Although the picture taking I'm perfectly fine with. So, yeah. That's what I would choose. Number 5. Would you rather have an SD, MSD, or tiny crew? Which I'm guessing the tiny crew includes Yoast size dolls. Because to me, tiny and Yoast are 2 different sizes. So, because tinies are like smaller than normal Yoast size. Yoast size is usually like Monster High size and whatnot. And tiny is usually half that. I don't know if that's true, but just through my opinion, you know. Anyway, to be honest, I would probably go with MSD just because it's kind of something I'm already comfortable with, because I've never gotten an SD. And I already have a bunch of Monster High sized dolls, or I have a bunch of Monster Highs, and Kira is like slightly bigger than a Monster High, so I mean it's basically going to be something fairly similar. So I would kind of think it would be fun to have a bunch of big dolls than just a whole bunch of small dolls. So yeah, but I mean that's probably subject to change. Just like if I ever find myself getting like an SD and that's something I really enjoy and stuff like that. Number 6. If you could have one gender of dolls, would you rather have boys or girls? This is another thing where I'm just kind of like, I like the boy dolls, and that's mainly just because of Monster High, where boy dolls are like really, really rare. And I know it's not like that in the hobby, but just from coming from the Monster High hobby into this hobby, like for some reason you just automatically attach yourself to like the boy sculpts, kind of, just because that's not a common thing in the Monster High collecting like thing. So I would have to say boy, although I really love a lot of the girl sculpts that there is. Like I love Kira, and you guys are going to see a lot of videos of Kira after I open her, so get ready for that. 7. Would you rather always carry a BJD with you wherever you went, or never take them anywhere? To be honest, I don't really have a problem just leaving them here and not taking them anywhere. And that's just mainly, it's not because like I'm embarrassed of dolls or anything. Excuse me. It's mainly because I'm afraid of dropping them, because I'm really, really clumsy. Like I trip over air all the time and stuff like that. So just out of my own clumsiness, I just wouldn't really take them anywhere. Although I have taken Alex to Hobby Lobby mainly to like actually have the stand right here. Because he's sitting, so he doesn't need the stand, so the stand's just right here. I had to make sure he fit the stand before we bought him, and that was the only way I wanted to do it. Was just like, the easiest way was to bring him there and see how well he fit the stand. And he fits it pretty well, so. And no one really said anything. I never really got any looks. Although, like, as I was walking in, you know, the person that rings the bell asking for Christmas money and stuff, they're like, oh, hey, you got that baby's yours or something? I don't know. They, like, made a weird comment like that. Although I didn't think they meant anything by it. I was just like, yeah. And then I walked inside. So, yeah. That's my explanation for that one. 8. Would you rather only have dolls in fantasy colors, or pure white skin dolls? So, I don't know, I guess Because you could go either way, because if you only get like pure white skin dolls, I mean, you have a couple options. You can dye them, you can do different things to them that you probably wouldn't be able to do to fantasy colors. But the good thing about fantasy colors is if you're like me, where you a world of fantasy things, fantasy colors could be very useful and stuff. But I guess if I would have to pick one or the other, I think I would pick the fantasy colors, just because I think that would be really fun to have like a rainbow of dolls. So yeah. Number 9. Would you rather have a doll with hands for feet or feet for hands? Hands for feet, and that's just because you don't see the feet very often. And you know, hands are a very important part usually to ball jointed dolls, because you don't like photograph their feet mainly. Like, that's not a huge part, in my opinion, of taking pictures of ball jointed dolls. It's mainly like having poses with like their hands and their faces and stuff. So I would definitely say, like, I would rather have hands for feet than feet for hands. And that would be the end of part 1. So I'm going to go on to part 2. Let me click here. Okay. Number 10. Would you rather deal with a doll strung too loose or too tight for the rest of my life? And this is kind of goes back to my Monster High thing, where I'm just like, I can't stand when Monster High dolls are very loose in the joints. And it's mainly like you can't really do anything about it when they're really loose. It's just what happens when they get older or played with a lot. So just coming from that, and then like Alex is already too tight, and he might be too tight. I don't know if he actually is too tight or not. But yeah, I would definitely say too tight, because I can't stand dolls being loose. So yeah, makes it like impossible to like do anything. Number 11. Would you rather make a diorama or do a face-up? Even though I do like making a diorama, I made one for the Phoenix Sisters, which I'm still not done with. I still have things I need to make for it. But I would definitely love doing face-ups more than making a diorama. Face-ups are so freaking fun to do, and I think in my I'm addicted video, I'm like addicted to making customs and stuff like that, and I just love doing face-ups. I find them so like fun to do. So yeah. Would you rather dye a doll or heavily mod a face? Since I'm not too familiar with modding yet, I'm gonna say dye, and that's mainly just because I think it'd be fun to dye dolls like a bunch of different colors. Not one, like a bunch of different colors, although that would be cool too. But I mean, like, have a bunch of different colored dolls just by dyeing them. So yeah. Would you rather buy shoes or wigs? Wigs, actually. Mainly just because I think you can achieve like a bunch of different looks just by changing wigs. And shoes, just like, even for me myself, I'm like already, I don't really care about shoes. I've had 3 pairs of shoes for the last 3 years, and I haven't gotten a new pair of shoes pretty much since. So yeah, shoes aren't a big deal for me, but like the wigs are. Like, Alex doesn't even have shoes yet, although I do want to get him a pair of boots eventually. So there's 13. 14. Would you rather sell all your dolls and start over, or keep them but have to give them new names, styles, and characters? And hands down, I would just sell my dolls and start over. Because either way, it's basically the same thing. You're starting over, new characters, new things, whatevs. But like, it would be too hard to, like, completely wipe Alex, get rid of his stuff. Like, well, I guess you wouldn't have to get rid of it, but, like, wipe Alex and just create a brand new character. It would be too hard for me, just because that is Alex. That I cannot see his mold or anything else as something else, you know? So, yeah, I would definitely sell dolls and then buy new ones and start over and stuff. Would you rather display your dolls where they are exposed to sunlight most of the day, or have them reek of dank basement? I don't know what basements smell like. I live in Texas, so basements aren't a thing here, but I'm assuming that it smells really bad, and then I also don't have a sense of smell. So, I mean, I would have to say dank basement, mainly because it wouldn't matter to me, because I don't have a sense of smell. I guess that's cheating. But, that's what I would do. But, I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't matter, because no matter what, dolls will yellow. Sure, putting them in the sun will kind of quicken that up, but no matter what, your doll's going to yellow. And, even, like, Monster High dolls, even if you keep them in a dark place where they won't, like, get sun or whatever, they will darken. In case you guys didn't know that, Monster High is darkened over time. I think a lot of people made a big, like, got upset when the Nephra doll, the newest Nephra doll came out, because she was whitewashed, which, her skin tone is a little lighter, but then again, if you think about it, they didn't make her for like 3 years. But also, Nephra, because of the way her skin color was, she darkened a lot. So, it made it seem like she was whitewashed, when in reality, it was an older doll, so. And that was kind of a tangent, I'm sorry. So yeah, I would pick dank basement. Number 16. Would you rather your dolls had feet or hands? I would prefer hands for the same reasons I said before. So yeah. 17. Would you rather have your favorite dolls lose or chip off a finger, or scuff their face up? I'm gonna say scuff their face up, just because I can easily just make them a new face up. It's not that big of a deal to me. Although chipping or losing a finger would significantly make me rage. Especially since I take really good care of my dolls. There would be no reason for them to do that, and I just wouldn't really know how to fix something like that yet. So I would say scuff the face up, because I can easily fix that. And that would be the end of part 2, if you're going to do these in parts, which you don't have to. You can be like me and just make one long video, because I'm lazy like that. Number 18, and this is the beginning of part 3. Would you rather lose internet or lose a doll? Lose a doll? That sounds bad, but, kind of, like, this is hard, and it's gonna sound, like, really dumb to some people, but internet pretty much has my entire life on it. It's how I talk to all of my friends. It's how I do, like, a lot of the things that I do is through the internet. And, like, I really wouldn't know how to deal with a lot of the things I deal with if I wasn't able to YouTube, or if I wasn't able to talk to my friends and stuff. So I would definitely I would rather just get rid of a doll than to lose my internet. So there's that. 19. Would you rather your doll have eternal eye gapping, or eternal wig shopping because nothing fits quite right? And I would go with wig shopping, because I already said, like, I mean, I wouldn't mind having different wigs, even though, you know, I would probably grab things that were a little too big or something for him, if anything, because at least that way it's not like, I don't know what what the thing is about, but eye gapping I can't stand. Like I had my mom's Hujo baby's eyes in him for a short period of time, and I couldn't stand it because they're obviously too small because they're made for really small dolls. So yeah, I would just go for wig shopping. It's something I would easily accommodate for, probably. Yeah. Would you rather have a reproduction porcelain doll or splinter your hand, or a splinter in your hand that got infected? Now, unless you're scared of a freaking doll, I have no clue why you would want a splinter in your hand that gets infected. This seems like such a crazy choice. Why would you want a splinter in your infected hand? Like, just get the doll. You don't have to play with it or do anything with it. You just have to get the doll. It's not that big of a deal. So obviously I would get the porcelain doll. Yeah, it's just it's a funny question. Number 21. Would you rather buy clothes you've been coveting for your... Oh gosh, I can't even read anymore. 21. Would you rather buy clothes you've been coveting for your doll or clothes that you've been coveting for yourself? Hands down for my doll, just because I don't need clothes. I have a lot of clothes. Well, shirts. And, well, I guess I have a lot of clothes in general, but, yeah, I don't need clothes a whole lot. I'm a pretty simple person. I don't need anything really extravagant to wear or whatever. So, yeah. I would definitely pick getting clothes for my doll than getting clothes for myself. 22. Would you rather have a big boy or a small girl, or vice versa? Vice versa. English. Well, since I already have a big boy and a small girl, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. But I think it would still be kind of like, if I got Alex's mom, it would be like big girl, small boy. So, it really wouldn't matter to me. But yeah, as of right now, I guess I would go with the big boy and the small girl. 23. Would you rather English. Would you rather wait for 7 months for a doll and it be perfect, or 2 months but it comes with a big scratch on its butt? Ugh. I think it's because my mouth is dry, so I'm like... But I would easily say scratch on its butt, because I don't know what you do with your dolls, but I am not taking pictures of my dolls' butts. Just to let you guys know. So I have no problem with there being a scratch there. And I guess if anything, you can, like, turn it into a scar. It would be a really weird scar. I don't know how you would get that there, but I don't know. Again, it's kind of one of those funny questions. And it's just like, you know, 2-month wait. There's nothing wrong with the face or anything else. It just has a small scratch on its butt. Or big scratch on its butt, whatevs. So yeah, I would definitely say that. Would you rather sew or take pictures? And this is question 24, which would be the end of the tag. And I would easily take pictures. I love taking pictures. My uncle was a photographer for a really long time. I don't know if he did it professionally or not, but I mean, like, he had a professional, like, camera and, like, all the lenses and stuff like that. And taking pictures was a big part of, like, a big hobby of his. So I also got into that part. I always took pictures with him, and, like, he got me cameras, like little cameras that I could use and stuff like that. And so for those reasons, I would definitely just go take pictures, just because it's something I really, really enjoy. But I would actually love to start getting better at sewing. Even though I have a sewing machine, I still want to get better at doing things and learning more. So yeah, that's going to be the Would You Rather tag. Hopefully this isn't too horribly long. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't ramble too horribly much. And yeah, this is really fun. I didn't think it was going to be as much. I thought I was going to talk a lot more, but I don't think I did. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. This always happens, doesn't it? Well, of course I forget someone that I wanted to. Don't screw anything up. Okay. I always forget to tag someone that I wanted to tag, and like I completely forgot that I was going to tag him. So, I'm adding this in. I want to tag Vacant Little Doll Eyes. I don't know if that's what he is on YouTube. I'm a bad YouTuber, sorry. But he knows who he is, and I want him to do this tag. And you don't even have to have a dolly to do this tag, or a BJD to do this tag. You can just have a Monster High or whatever. So, there you go. So there's Amber, Jade, Seven, Jules, and Colby. Yes. All those people are tagged, so there. Now, that's the end of the video. Bye, guys.